In this episode, I will retrofit this beautiful BMW e60 with soft close door system. So from now on this car, this type of thing, when you need to slam the door to close it, won't happen again. For this retrofit, I'll need the door latches with soft close actuators, harness from every door, and the harness from inside of the car. This system is so complicated that it's very simple. To work, this system will need only power supply, and on this car the power supply is provided by the rear fuse box. And at the end of this retrofit, I will code this car, I will change the FA, and I will add this option. So next time when someone will scan this car with the original BMW equipment, we'll see this option like was mounted from the factory. Before I will start, I will do something about this, because I don't like it. Big difference. When the parts are cleaner, you will work differently. First I will start with the doors. I will complete the doors, and after that I will mount the harness from inside of the car. For the doors I need to remove the door panels. For the front doors I have a hidden screw here and one here. This one here it's a T30 and here it's a Phillips type of screw. To access the screw I need to remove this cap or cover and the screw from here. This one. And now this door panel, it's kept in place only by plastic clips. By pulling straight, I will unclip all the clips. And now this car have a different type of speakers. Okay. I will unplug everything from here. I will put the panel aside. Every time you will remove the door panel, don't forget about the grip support. You'll need to remove this from the door and mount it back on the door panel. To remove it, you'll need to squeeze these metal tabs. And now you can remove it. And I will mount it back on the door panel, like so. Next step, I will remove the harness, the wiring harness, the baud and cable, and the vapor barrier. Be careful with this barrier because it's very important. This will need to be glued back. You can easily remove this reusable sealant. Perfect. Now I have access inside of the door. Next step is to see what I'm able to do about this improvisation from the speakers. Okay. From inside of the door, I need to unplug the pressure sensor from the airbags. Like so. This airbag pressure sensor will work on this door only if the vapor barrier is perfectly sealed. In case of an accident, if the door is bended, the air volume from inside of the door will change, and that sensor will see that difference and will activate the airbag from this door. If the vapor barrier is not perfectly sealed, that sensor won't work correctly, and in the case of an accident, maybe this airbag won't deploy. But about this in other episodes, because in this episode we are working on the soft close system. Next step is to unplug the electric motor from the window regulator. I need to unclip the harness from here. And with 8 mm I have a screw there on the plug. This one. Now I will push the plug up and I can remove it from the car, from the pillar. Next step, to release the plug, I need to pull this tab, and the plug is released. And now I'm able to remove the wiring. This is the old harness, and this is the new one. The difference, these have this plug for the soft close system. This one don't have it. Now I'll need to remove the door latch. These have 3 screws, T30, one here, and one here. From inside of the door, I'll need to remove the Bowden cable. To remove the Bowden cable, I'll need to release it from here, like so. And after that, I will push it down and out. And now the Bowden cable is released. Now I will slide down to remove the system for the manual closing and opening, like so. Before I will mount back the new system, the new latch, I will clean a little bit this area. Now I will mount back the new latch with the soft close actuator. Now I will test to see if I have mounted correctly the latch on the door with the key. I will manually close the door and I will test to see if the latch is connected with the key, and in my case it's connected. Okay, next I will test to see if I can open from outside the door. You can see it, I have opened it. Everything is perfect. Now I'll start to mount back the new harness. And last step, before I will close this door, I will grease the window regulator. Someone will thank me for this later on. Now I will check everything. Perfect. Inside of the door, everything is on its place. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Now I will mount back the vapor barrier with the heat tire gun. I will hit the reusable sealant and the place where this will need to make contact. Now I will need to align the vapor barrier in its place. And I will start to push the vapor barrier against the reusable sealant to make a perfect contact. You can see it. It's perfect. It's glued back. Perfect. Now I will check to see if everything is glued back. Perfect. By the way, you know when you're cruising with your car and it's summer and you open the window and inside of the car will come a smell of a shed, old shed, something like that, or old storage space. That smell is made by the dust from inside of the door panels, from inside of the headliner, from underneath the carpet of the car. I need to change all these clips because they are broken. You can see, this is broken. This is broken. This is not good. When you replace the plastic clips, don't forget to put back the foam gasket because this is very important, especially here on the bottom of the door. And this door is ready, 3 more to go. From here also I will remove this screw with 8mm. Push up the plug. Pull this tab. The plug is released. Now on this door I will push this plug inside because I will replace the harness. And here in the back, the same like in front, a screw here, and a screw down here. Now I need to remove the Bowden cable, the plug for the airbag, and the plug for the button for the window. Next step, the wiring. And this is the old harness. The door lock the same, 3 screws and the Bowden cable inside. This is the old latch. Now I will clean this door. I will prepare it. Now I will start to mount back this door. Next step on my list, wiring harness. Before I will close down this door, I will grease the window lifter. And this door is done. Next step, on the other side. And on this side, I will repeat the process like the other side. First, I will remove the door panel. With T30, I will remove the screw for the airbag. With the Phillips screwdriver, I remove this screw from here. Now I am able to remove the panel. I will unplug the airbag, the speaker, the light, and the switch for the window regulator. Now I will remove the wiring. Remove the Bowden cable. I need to remove this improvisation from here. Remove the vapor barrier. Release the plug. Pull the plug inside of the door. Unplug the pressure sensor for the airbag. And the wiring harness is removed. Next step, the door latch with T30. After that, I need to release the Bowden cable from inside. And now I can remove the latch. Next step, I will clean this door. I'll run back the door latch. Next step is to put back the Bowden cable. After that, the new wiring harness. Perfect. Now I will prepare the vapor barrier. I will grease the window lifter. Okay, the vapor barrier, it's perfectly glued. Now I'll put back the wiring. And finally, I will put back the door panel. This one have only 3 broken clips. And this door is also done. And finally, the last door. Remove the screws. Remove the door panel. Release the Bowden cable. Release the airbag plug. Release the switch plug. Remove the Bowden cable, remove the wiring, remove the vapor barrier, perfect. And the harness is removed. Next step is to remove the Bowden cable for this latch. Removed. Next step, cleaning. Because why not? Now I'll mount back the new latch. A new harness. Now I'll use the window lifter. I will prepare the vapor barrier. Okay, final check to see if everything is well glued. Perfect. Nice. And finally, the door panel. And finally, this door is done. Next step is the wiring from inside of the car.